bring in Congressman Marlin Stutzman now, who was in the room as this happened, who took shelter under a table. Congressman, I'm glad that you are safe and everyone is safe tonight. Can you walk me through exactly what happened?
Yeah, so I was with the NewsNation table. Katie Pavlich was actually at the table, Kelly Meyer. I'm here with my friend, Congressman Abraham Hamadeh, who was at the table just next to us. And we were sitting there having a nice conversation, enjoying the dinner. You could feel the energy in the room, the excitement in the room. And I was talking to the lady to my left, and we were just starting dinner, and all of a sudden I heard gunshots go off just about 50 to 75 feet back over my left by the main doors. We were right along the center aisle that went up to the stage where President Trump was seated, and everybody just hit the deck. I mean, we all ducked, went under the tables, drinks were, falling over, and, it was a really chaotic moment. After a couple of moments, people started looking around and seeing, if we were safe to come out. And so with Congressman Hamadeh's security was right there. We were able to get out. We were rushed out with the cabinet members, but very scary moment. So far, thankfully, from the reports that we heard, no one else has been hurt or injured. And that hopefully the shooter is dead, if that's what was the case.
Yeah, we are hearing the shooter is in custody and that he is not dead tonight. But of course, the situation unfolding, and we are hearing that the president and everyone else is safe tonight. Simply remarkable. And it must have been a scary moment to live through. I want to get Congressman Hamadeh's perspective in just a moment, but let's listen together to how this unfolded, those moments that the gunfire rang out at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Let's listen. Yeah, and the president successfully evacuated there. He is safe tonight after gunfire erupted apparently outside of those magnetic metal detectors that are near that front entrance, that one entrance that was open there. I want to bring in a Congressman Abraham Hamadeh as well, who was there at that same table. Congressman, what was it like? What did you hear and what went through your mind?
Sure. I was at the table right next to Congressman Stutzman, and I heard about 3 gunshots, maybe more. And as soon as we heard them, everybody was dropping to the floor, getting underneath the table. Obviously, the table was pretty. I mean, it was a really packed event. I mean, the chairs were right next to each other, so it was, as you can imagine, the chaotic scene that was unfolding. My security guy called me and told me to lead to get to the exits, and that's when I grabbed my friend Marlin, and we were able to go. And Janine Pirro was right in front of us, and as we were exiting, Kash Patel, director of FBI, was right there, and I think they put them in a secure room while we were being escorted up the stairs outside of the building. And as when we got out of the building, that's when we were able to get to the vehicle and leave. And we're here right now in the Capitol, so we evacuated rather quickly, but it was rather jarring to hear those gunshots because they were. I mean, we were seated right next to the entrance of the event, so near where the magnometers would be, right there. So the gunshots sounded pretty close to both of us, because it was near the entrance doors, and they know they sealed it up. Speaker Mike Johnson was there, Tom Emmer was there. There's many members of Congress, but we were able to get Marlin Stutzman and Congressman Andy Ogles out safely together. So all 3 of us were evacuated together, thanks to my security team, yeah. Scott Macedo. He did a great job.
That is good to hear. And we're looking live outside of the White House right now. We know the motorcade started rolling 2 minutes ago. White House pool describing this as the fastest motorcade they have ever been a part of, flying back to the White House right now, taking those roads and taking the president safely back to the White House, where he will be delivering a statement. Carolyn Levitt outlet confirms just moments ago in the White House briefing room, set to happen in about 20 minutes or so. Of course, our Hannah Brandt standing by live, and we'll bring you that briefing as soon as it happens. Gentlemen, I'm so glad to hear you're safe. I know you mentioned Jeanine Pirro. I know we have new sound from her as well, and we'll get that pulled up in just a moment. Immediately, did you know that this was gunfire, and what went through your mind? I mean, was Butler, Pennsylvania going through your mind? Was the Iran war and the discontent going through your mind, the protesters outside of the building? What were you thinking?
For me, I mean, you could hear the gunshots. They were big. I mean, they were not just, a pop. I mean, they were big rounds. And so my suspicion is that we probably heard the gunshots from our security. Don't know exactly. But it was very jarring. And immediately, we all knew that they were gunshots. No one had to, guess that they weren't gunshots, because everybody started standing up, and we all just started ducking underneath the tables. And yeah, it's unfortunate because the energy in the room was very positive. While there's disagreements between the press and the president, everybody was there, and there was an energy there, and now that's all gone because of one person. And so I don't know what the profile is of the shooter or what their agenda was, but I do think that this is a good reason why the ballroom should be built at the White House. So that way the security there is really nailed down, and we don't have to have these situations where people are coming in from the outside. So I think this is another good example why the ballroom should be built at the White House.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.